Hello aspirants, welcome back to the Metis IAS NCERT Foundation program for the UPSC Civil Services examination and all competitive exams. NCERT builds your basics, but remember one thing very clearly. UPSC does not ask you to memorize geography. UPSC asks whether you understand how the earth works. UPSC does not ask you to memorize geography. UPSC asks whether you understand how the earth works. That is why at Metis IAS we study NCERT with a prelims mindset. That is why at Metis IAS we study NCERT with a prelims mindset. This is day 12th of the Metis IAS NCERT Foundation journey, where we are building NCERT concepts step by step into UPSC level understanding. Simple concepts, clear logic, and MCQ application. Today, we move into one of the most important chapters of physical geography, that is class 6th geography, chapter number 3, motions of the earth. Chapter name is motions of the earth. If you understand this chapter clearly, you will never fear questions on seasons, day and night, latitude logic, or climate basics. If you understand this chapter clearly, you will never fear questions on seasons, day and night, latitude logic, or climate basics. Let me tell you something very honestly. Many aspirants jump directly into monsoon, climate change, or world geography. But without understanding its motions, those topics become confusing. Many aspirants jump directly into monsoon, climate change, or world geography. But without understanding its motions, those topics are become very confusing. So UPSC repeatedly tests rotation, revolution, seasons, solstices, and equinoxes, and the length of the day and night. So this chapter is not just basic. This chapter is the foundation. NCERT tells us Earth has two major motions. That is, first one rotation, second one revolution. Let us understand them slowly and clearly. First one is what? Rotation. Rotation means the earth spinning. Earth spinning where the earth is spinning on its own axis. Rotation means the earth spinning on its own axis. Axis is what? Axis is really existing? No. Axis is an imaginary line passing through the North Pole and the South Pole. From North Pole to South Pole. Earth takes approximately 24 hours to complete one rotation. Earth takes approximately how many hours to complete the one rotation? 24 hours. What happens because of rotation? The most important result is day and night. What happens because of rotation? Important result is day and night. When one half of Earth faces the sun, it experiences day. The other half experiences night. Simple logic, no complication. So Earth rotates from west to east. That is why the sun appears to rise in the east. You may ask the question, why sun appears to rise in the east? Why? Because Earth rotates from west to east. That is why the sun appears to the rise in the east. If UPSC asks why different places experiences different sunrise timings, the answer connects to the Earth rotation. This is the phenomena that is called Earth's rotation. Then second one is revolution. Revolution means what? Now the second motion is revolution. Revolution means Earth moving around the sun, where in an orbit. Earth moving around the sun in an orbit. Earth takes about 365 and 1 by 4th of day. So to complete one revolution, 365 and 1/4 of days to complete one revolution. For rotation, 24 hours. For revolution, 365 days plus 1 by 4th of the day. That extra 1/4 day becomes a leap year every 4 years. That extra 1/4 day becomes a leap year every 4 years. But here comes the most important UPSC concept, that is its axis. Its axis is tilted, tilted at about 23.5 degrees. Its axis tilted at about 23.5 degrees. This tilt together with revolution creates seasons. This tilt together with revolution creates what? Seasons. Not revolution alone create seasons. Please remember this line very carefully. If Earth had no tilt, there would be no seasons. If Earth had no tilt, there would be no seasons. So, seasons. What is season? The distance myth trap. Seasons. Now pay very close attention to this point. This is where most UPSC aspirants lose marks in the prelims. When we hear the word summer, our common sense tells us maybe Earth is closer to the sun. That is why we are experiencing summer. In school, that logic may pass, but at Metis IAS, we don't follow common sense. We follow conceptual clarity. That is most important thing for UPSC. If distance caused seasons, then why is it summer in India while Australia experiences winter at the same time? Distance is global factor, but seasons are regional reality. The real reason is axial tilt. Because of this tilt, as Earth revolves around the sun, different regions, different regions receive direct sunlight while others receive slanted rays. Think of a flashlight. Point is straight at the floor. The light is intense. Tilt the flashlight. The light spreads and becomes weaker. That difference in energy creates a summer and a winter. This is the Metis concept lock. Revolution plus tilt that equals to sun. Seasons. Revolution plus tilt that equals to seasons. So we want to move the next concept, the dance of sunlight, that is solstice and equinox. Let us now visualize the earth's movement. Imagine the northern hemisphere leaning toward the sun as if reaching for warmth. On June 21st, the sun stands directly above the Tropic of Cancer. For us in India, this is longest day. At the North Pole, the sun does not set at all. 24 hours of daylight. This is not just a date. This is the peak of solar energy. This is called summer solstice. The day is June 21st. Now we will again discuss this summer solstice. Imagine the northern hemisphere leaning towards the sun. Northern hemisphere leading towards the sun as if reaching for warmth. On June 21st, that day, the sun stands directly above the Tropic of Cancer. On June 21st, the sun stands directly above the Tropic of Cancer. For us in India, this is the longest day. At the North Pole, the sun does not set at all. 24 hours daylight only. This is not just a date. This is the peak of solar energy. This is the peak of solar energy. This is called summer solstice. Now we move 6 months forward. The northern hemisphere leans away. Then sun shifts toward the Tropic of Capricorn. In the south, days become shorter, nights become longer. When you hear winter solstice, don't think only cold. Think angle of sunlight. This is most important point. Angle of sunlight. Angle of sunlight. Slanted rays, weaks energy. This is called winter solstice. The day is December 21st. Now we will move into the next concept, that is equinox. Equinox means the great balance. Now look at March 21st and September 23rd. Equi means what? La. Equal. Equi means equal. Nox means night. On these days, Earth is not leaning toward or away from the sun. The sun stands over the equator. What is the result? You might experience, you might expect. Day equals night everywhere on Earth, from Hyderabad to the North Pole. Solstices show extremes, equinoxes show balance. So, can you explain? Let me explain simple visual logic for this example. Imagine holding a globe, tilt it slightly, move it around a light source, and watch how sunlight changes. That that is how seasons form. Not only distance, but tilt also involved in this, and angle. These are the important concepts for UPSC. UPSC traps the students with their own tricks. Remember this very clearly. Seasons are not caused by distance from the sun. Seasons are not caused by distance from the sun. Day and night are not caused by revolution. Leap year is not random. UPSC uses these traps to test your conceptual clarity. Not only distance, with also tilt, only seasons will form. Day and night are caused by rotation, not revolution. So these are concepts you have to remember in your mind always. This same logic is explained for mains and interview also. Monsoons are dynamics. Climate zones, polar day and polar night and agriculture seasons. These are important logics. These are important concepts for UPSC. Simple NCERT, simple NCERT to advanced geography. That is the Metis approach. That is the Metis approach. Before we close, remember these four lines. Rotation. Rotation causes day and night. Revolution. Revolution causes seasons. Not only revolution, with a tilt also. Axial tilt controls what? Sunlight distribution controls by axial tilt. Solstice and equinox. Solstice and equinox define seasonal positions. These 4 points: rotation, revolution, axial tilt, solstice, and equinox. These 4 points you have to keep it in your mind when it comes to the motions of the earth topic all the time. If you internalize just these ideas, if you internalize, half of physical geography becomes easy. If you internalize just these ideas, half of the physical geography becomes easy. So NCERT gives you clarity, UPSC tests your application. After watching this class, revise the diagrams once. Please revise the diagrams once and try solving MCQs based on the Earth's motions. And try solving MCQs based on the Earth's motions topic. In the next session, we continue the NCERT foundation journey with the same simple and exam oriented approach. Until then, stay consistent, stay conceptual. This is Metis IAS. Thank you.